Welcome to the Taffington Water Factory. I know, it's not original to build a big water purification plant at Taffington, but I really wanted to do this to see if I could duplicate a fire watchtower. You know, I live in the Pacific Northwest. We have a lot of these. When I lived in Colorado, we had a lot of them. I wanted to see if I could build one that looked pretty realistic and functioned very well. I will say on the downside, given Taffington's small size, that between the water purification plant and the fire watchtower, it does take up the entire build meter, and I've already compacted it twice using the glitches to do so, so there's no more additions to be made at Taffington, unfortunately. But let's take a look around, see what you think. So this is my fire watchtower, built just like the ones that I've seen up in the mountains. Got a gun placement there, making sure that Taffington is protected. Head all the way up. Starting to get some pretty good views from this deck before we get up to the actual watchtower. So in my headcanon, this is to keep track of what's going on in the wasteland. You know, we got a sniper rifle there. Plenty of windows looking toward the city to make sure we can see any threats coming from there. This is an in-game build, so I don't have the resources to date to put a bunch of other window panes in. It's also very hard when the build meter is full to kind of take apart stuff and rebuild it. From up here you can see Medford pretty clearly. As we look out, go around the corner here, you can kind of see where I tried to do some re-roofing of the building as we walk by. You can see across the river very well. Here's the purification plant. Sunk as many water purifiers as I could in there with limited resources. You know, had to add on power over time. Great view of the Tucker Memorial Bridge from up here, so you can see all the way down there. There we go. We'll take a look around, coming back to the backside. We'll head back down and take a look at kind of what's going on with the rest of Taffington. So, come in here, close the door, head back down the fire lookout. Obviously, you know, I know that buildings like this don't need to be supported in this way in the game, but I felt that using the warehouse pieces and the iron support bars made it look more realistic, made it look like it was a real structure. And that's kind of what I was going for in this playthrough, is making things look a little more realistic. So here we are in the limited resource water purification plant build. Lots of purifiers, you know, barely sticking out of the water in some cases. Doesn't seem to cause them not to function ever. No glitches of any kind in this build, so trying to get this all lined up alongside the house took a little while. Took a number of resets. Just got a power pylon out there to keep things going. But if we walk over here, we can kind of see what I'm talking about. In trying to line this up as perfectly as possible. I'll show you the seam gap here. Just missed it, like so close. But it's probably the best alignment I've done with any structure coming off the side of the house without any sorts of glitches. So we'll go up here, we'll take a look at the re-roofing. It's only partial because I'm not glitching anything, and also because, like I said, the build meter is full, so I couldn't really do what I wanted to. I thought about putting some stairs right here to get up there, maybe put some guard stations up there, but I just can't do it. I don't want to compact the settlement glitch or settlement size meter any more than I already have, so we're just going to let it go for now. But without glitches, I wasn't able to do the far side of the house because there's still some structure there. If we look up here, you can kind of see where I put roofs in. I at least attached a short wall to the roof. So from the outside, it looks, fairly structurally sound. Doesn't really serve any purpose other than that aesthetic, view from outside. So, by all means, not a new take on what to do with the Taffington Boathouse to turn it into a massive water purification plant, but this is my take, and again, it was more about building this, the fire watchtower, as realistically as possible and making it a cool part of the settlement. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks.